Jule Niemeier taking on big game Sofia Kenin. Welcome to Good Energy. We report on tennis. Good Energy reporting on tennis. This is the Upper Linz in Austria. Very historic tournament. Now listen, guys, we saw history here. In 2019, a 15-year-old kid by the name of Coco Gauff would upset slam champion, big bad slam champion Jelena Ostapenko. That's right, becoming the youngest player in 15 years to win a main tour title at the age of 15. Funny how those numbers work, guys. Now, Sofia Kenin had some good numbers on the first set. She won the first set, double breaks on Jule, but what had happened? She would run out of gas, guys. She would lose the second and third sets. Now, I say it all the time, tennis is about form, fitness, and confidence. I think Sofia Kenin is fit. She looks to be very, very fit, but the form, that only comes with playing matches. And I think, look, a few more months, she should be where she needs to be. She's currently ranked 209th on tour. What is that about? But listen, Serena Williams did an interview last week, and she said it best. She said, and with tennis, it doesn't matter how good you are. If you're not playing matches, you're never going to gain your form. And Venus Williams also said something similar a few days ago with an interview that she did. She said, look, guys, there's no secret. I haven't played many matches the last 3 to 4 years. She's only played a handful of matches. And she said, it's very tough to compete on a main tour level if you're not playing matches, because the only way to gain your form is by playing matches. And she said, with as competitive as the tour is, really, if you don't have your form, it's tough to win against anyone on the main tour. And she's right about that. And that's how I feel about Sofia Kenin. I think she just has to play more matches. And a lot of people are talking about, coaching and this and that. Look, we've seen the best father and daughter coaching combinations in tennis, right? We've seen the Williams sisters with Richard. And yes, it does happen. There were times where Richard had to step away and, the sisters wanted a change of direction. It happens. Does Sofia Kenin need a change of direction? I don't think so. I think her dad's one of the best coaches on tour. I don't know. Could there be personal issues off the court that spill over on the court? It happens, especially when you're dealing with family. Does that affect your play on the court? Yes, it could happen. I can remember being coached by my father. And yeah, you have a disagreement at home, and it could be something small. It's never anything big, right? And then it spills over to the court. So it does happen, but I think Sofia Kenin is in good hands. And what about Alicia Parks last night on the money line? And of course, I had Jule on the money line. Upset alert! Upset alert! That's right, guys. Just a good number for Jule to have here. And look, she came back down, just adjusting her play. She said that Sofia Kenin came out too fast, that she had to make adjustments, and she did. I say it all the time. I think Julie's a good shot maker. She has really good range. I say she's a younger version of Ons Jabeur, just in my opinion, because she has good range. But other players say, look, I've been reading some comments, and some people think some of the things she does can be disrespectful on court. Like, for example, Sofia Kenin hit a drop shot in the first set. And there's ball kids here. This isn't the lower level tournaments where you have to go grab your own balls. She walked up to the net, grabbed the ball, and hit it back to Sofia Kenin's side. That's unnecessary. And a lot of people will perceive that as disrespect, especially when she looked at her camp and let them have it. So she says a lot during her matches. She's very vocal. She's tough. Put it that way. She is tough. And that can intimidate a lot of players. We see that happen a lot, especially with Sabalenka, the Sakkari's of the world, the Ostapenkos of the world. Being tough can intimidate your opponent and throw them off their game. Danielle Collins, So that does happen a lot, guys. But really quick, what about some of the other matches on the day? Speaking of tough, Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova upset by Tomova. Why is Anastasia such a huge favorite? She hasn't been active. She doesn't have her form. Upset alert, of course, guys. What about Elise Mertens over Martina Trevisan? That was one of the locks. I had a video I tried to release. Annette Kontaveit, guys. I told you last year when Shui Zhang played Annette Kontaveit that Shui would upset Annette Kontaveit as a 3+1 underdog. I told you, right? Remember that lock? I gave that out. Of course, Shui won that match at the Western and Southern Open. Today, Annette would get revenge. That was a lot. Annette Kontaveit got revenge on Shui Zhong. That's right, guys. What about Rebecca Marino? She's going to take on Qinwen Zhang next. That's going to be a good match, guys. How about Paula Badosa taking on Samsonova? That's going to be a good match coming up. So a ton of matches. And, of course, Claire Liu and Yastremka, that went 3 sets. Claire Liu could not pull it off. But listen, my American list of top American players right now, number 1 is Pegula. Number 2 is Alicia Parks. Number 3 is Coco. Number 4 is Madison Keys. And number 5, I'm going to say, is Danielle Collins, right? And Bernarda Pera is a close number 6. But listen, guys, Sofia Kenin, she's ranked 209th. I think she'll be fine. She just needs to play more. Just don't get down on herself. You guys see when she walks to get her ball, she has that stressful pace and the stressful look. You can see it on her face. I do feel that today she played her best tennis in the first set. She just has to keep that up because lately she's been playing from behind and she's been having to play a lot more safe and conservative. And look, playing safe on a tennis court is never good unless you're maybe on a clay surface. That's the only time you can really construct a point. And that has to be in your game. You know, that has to be in your upbringing. If that's not in your upbringing, you can't play that way. You have to be aggressive. So if we take a look here, a lot of her winners came in the first set, and she's got to close her breakpoint opportunities. She had good serve placement. She got her first balls in play, but I think she just has to be a little bit more aggressive, guys. But we got some great matches. How about Bronzetti and Anastasia? That's going to be a match I'll be looking forward to, guys. A lot of great matches, but again, Julie said in the interview, Sofia Kenin came out too fast. I had to make adjustments, and surely enough, she did. This is Good Energy, guys. I will see you soon. Like the video. If you like the content I produce, you can hit the super thanks button, guys. You can do that if you want. Donate to the channel. See you soon.